John Richards here. In this video, I'm going to share with you what is a process. Process is something that's really changed my life. And how I found out about a process was following John Wooden, the winningest basketball coach in history. And he used something called a process to achieve a desired result. Okay? Because most people, they focus on the outcome. They focus on the end goal. And you don't have any control over that. What you have control over is the process, which is the step-by-step system to get there, So, like I can remember I read in one of his books, he talked about how he showed his players how to put on their socks. Okay? Why would he do something like that? So they wouldn't get blisters in the game. Okay? He's kind of predicting his outcome by doing the process. He made sure they executed the plays properly. Why? Because then he would know that would get him to the end result, which is to win the game. He never focused on winning. So what I'm telling you to do is detach from the outcome, but focus on the process. So one of the things that I will share with you, what is a process, is process goals. This is kind of new age goal setting that people now are just using, but I learned this a few years back. So, and this is what I've been doing for a long time. So I always, say, what's my outcome? Okay, what am I trying to do? It could be bill pay. How do I want to pay my bills? Step by step is the process of getting there. But when you do goal setting, you want to have process goals. Those are the actions, daily or weekly, that you're going to take to create the outcome. Everything has an outcome. What do I want that to be? I can remember Tony Robbins, I went through a couple of his courses, and he says, what's my outcome here? What do I want this to be? Oprah Winfrey, when she does a meeting, what's my intention? What's that outcome? Okay? Then you create a process of getting there. So a process is that step-by-step system that creates the end result. Goal setting is not about just thinking about it and it happens, or just taking a bunch of actions. This needs to be well thought out. So what I do is I always ask myself, so what's the one thing I can do? If I did this, everything else would be easier and necessary. And that's my first process goal, or my first step, okay? And then I do that again until I just reverse engineer it. I come back to the beginning. I was talking to a gal yesterday, and she's part of my team in one of the deals I do. And her kids would come home before she was done with making her calls, okay? And I said, what time do your kids get home? And, 5 o'clock, whatever it is. I said, well, then you need to finish your calls at 4:30, And if you're going to do 2 hours worth of calls, okay, you're going to go from, 2:30 to 4:30. You see what I'm saying? Maybe 2 to 4. There's a way of creating a process to get the results you're looking for. Process is so important. Life is a process, guys. Everything you do in life, to get a result, you have to do certain things. Like I'm going to the gym this morning because, I want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. I want to feel good because that's the foundation for success in anything. So, okay, my outcome is the weight loss, what I want to lose by the end of the year. My process is what I'm going to do to get there, okay? So one of the things, I'm going to eat clean 6 days a week. Yeah, I allow myself a free day. That's my nutrition process, okay? My workout process is I work out with weights 6 days a week, okay? I do 30 minutes of cardio 6 days a week on the elliptical or the stairs. So get very specific. It doesn't have to be giant. Your process goals or your process can be, think big, act small. It can be little small things. Maybe it's starting your work blocks on time. Maybe it's getting up at a certain time. Maybe you have a process for a morning routine. You see what I'm saying? Everything has a process. That's what a process is. Here's the result I want, and here's the steps I'm going to take to get there. That's what a process is. And you should have processes for everything. I can remember the first time I really seen this was through Hal Elrod. He wrote The Miracle Morning, and I received one of his podcasts, and it said, focus on the process, detach from the outcome. What the heck does that mean? So I watched it, and I'm telling you, I've watched it 20 times since then. It's life-changing. When he wrote The Miracle Morning, you know what he did? He wrote 1 page a day for 180 days. That was his process. Guess what? The Miracle Morning, best-selling book. You know, it's like Tim Ferriss wrote the 4-Hour Work Week. 2 crappy days, or 2 crappy pages each day. That was his process. Now, is that all he did? No. You know, but that was the minimum, you know. So the process also needs to be something you can do on your worst day. You always want to be winning, okay? Make sure you're always winning. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like this kind of information. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Do me a big favor. Tell me you liked it. Also, make sure you comment, ask any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them. What's your processes? Do you know what a process is? Are you using processes? And make sure you share this with anybody that can use it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm always doing videos like this. Just click the bell on the side of the subscribe button, and that'll get you any notification of any future videos. I'm always doing very simple things, always focusing on what's the process, because life is a process, guys. Make sure you do that. Hey, make sure you get on my private email list. I'm always sending out great information, great videos to my list, so don't miss out on that. Just click the link below in the description and go do that. Get on my private email list. Hey, go out and make it an awesome day today, guys. See you on the next video. Thank you.